Hello everybody and welcome back to a new video of simulation case study. Our part for today is a connecting rod and piston, where we'll be going to simplify this assembly with connectors and showcase the stress and shear force at the end. We use connectors to simplify complex geometry, so instead of meshing bolts, pins or welds, connectors provide an easy way to represent their behavior without excessive meshing. Thus, they reduce the number of elements, making simulation run faster and more efficient without overcomplicating the model. First, we have to set our materials. We're going to set it as AZ1020, set our component interaction as contact, and then set up our connectors. We have two bolt connectors at the bottom, then a pin connector at the top. Then we have to apply a total force of 3500 newtons on surface A, eliminate all degrees of freedom except circumferential on B, and finally set our default mesh. Now we start by creating a new study and choosing a static. Next we have to apply our material. We're going to choose AZ1020 steel and we hit apply. Since we're going to use connectors, we have to exclude the parts that replaces them. We go to here and then choose the parts and select exclude from analysis. But before that, we have to set our component interaction, so we have to edit the default one. We're going to select contact, then apply. Now we have to set our connectors. We go to pin, choose two cylindrical faces of the limits, and select no translation and no rotation. Leave the connection type as distributed, and then we have to check strength data. We leave the material as alloy steel, and then we have to right here set it as 500 mm square in the tensile stress area. And now for our nuts and bolts, we go to connection advisor, bolts, and then we start by selecting our both ends. We leave the connection type as distributed and the material as alloy steel. We choose strength data and put 1.2 in threads per millimeter. We have to choose a preload type of torque with 2.5 Newton meters and 0.2 as friction. Now we have just to copy it, and it's just a matter of changing the limits. Then we apply. And now we have to apply our external load. We choose force and select both of these faces. We have to choose total and 3500 newtons. Then for our fixtures, we go to advanced fixtures, choose on cylindrical faces and select these ones. For our translation, we select radial and axial. And finally, our mesh. We have to create a mesh parameters and choose standard mesh. And now we have to run our study. And now finally we got our results. We can see that we get a maximum of 44 MPas in this area as a max stress. And for our desired result, we go to define pin bolt check plot and check OK. We go to details and all the way down to pin connectors. We can see that we got a shear force of 24 newtons, and in the bolts we got 0.0 newtons of bending moment, and the other one 0.0184. Now we have reached the end of our video. Thank you for watching, and we appreciate your time and look forward to sharing more insight in our next tutorial. Goodbye.